Good morning, Bernie, Texas, and welcome to Fallacies with Friends. Today we have guest star Delaney Sanford and her dog Anella to talk about the current presidential campaign of 2016. Tell me, Delaney, who do you want for president?
Well, Camille, that's a hard question, you know. I tell you what, I can tell you who I'm not going to vote for. Who I'm absolutely 100% not wanting to run this country this year.
Who?
Donald Trump.
Okay, why?
Well, I mean, he's too rich. He's too rich. I mean, think about it. He has been surrounded his whole life by people just as rich as him. And America is so diverse in its people and their economic standpoint that he is not going to be able to run a country that's composed of more than just billionaires, you know?
Freeze. This is an example of hasty generalization because Donald Trump's wealth has nothing to directly do with running the country. I mean, just because he has money does not mean that he could not relate to our people. So, Delaney, who else do you not want for president?
Who do I not want? Obviously, Hillary Clinton is a no for me. Okay? But let me tell you why, okay? Let me tell you why. If we look at the status of America since Hillary Clinton became Secretary of State, okay, we can see how bad it's gotten, you know, the downfall. And I mean, I don't understand how we can elect someone who has been in a leader.
It looks like we're having a couple of technical difficulties with Anella. So, we're just gonna continue on with the interview.
Okay.
As the dog goes to take a break from its job. Okay.
Okay.
So, where were we?
Okay.
Clinton.
Yeah, America's gotten really bad since she became Secretary of State, and I don't think she'd be a good leader, you know, because if she was Secretary of State and America got as bad as it did, how bad are we going to get when she becomes president, you know? I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Freeze. This is an example of post hoc because Hillary Clinton becoming the Secretary of State does not directly relate to any unrest or financial problems we're having at the time. These things could have come into the country beforehand, and some of them may have come in during her election, but that doesn't actually pertain to her. So, tell me what you think of Bernie Sanders.
Oh, well, I mean, here's what I have to say about Bernie Sanders. Is he's running for president at the same time the sugar industry is just plummeting.
Freeze. This is obviously an example of false analogy because Bernie Sanders running for president has absolutely nothing to do with the sugar industry. So, what about Rubio? What are your thoughts on him?
Well, I don't want to say anything that's gonna, you know, give me called names or anything, but my thing with Marco Rubio, and I am sure that he is a nice guy, you know. I'm sure he has a good heart and he's a nice person, but all I'm saying is that he's Hispanic. Okay? And if you think, I mean, again, I'm saying I'm sure he's a nice guy, but since he's Hispanic and he has Hispanic heritage, how is he gonna do running an American country?
Freeze. This would be an example of genetic fallacy because just because Rubio is a Hispanic does not mean that he could not run an American country. He is just as eligible as any of the other presidential candidates. So Delaney, it seems like you have negative things to say about all of the presidential candidates. If you could have someone for president, who would it be?
Well, if I'm being honest, Camille, I'm going to say Kanye West.
Why?
Because everybody loves Kanye.
Freeze. This would be an example of bandwagon appeal because Delaney is basing her vote off of something that everybody else particularly likes. Okay, that's all the time we have today on Fallacies with Friends. Thank you so much for your time, Delaney.
You're so welcome.
Goodbye.